Testing, 1, 2, 3.
What it do, bitch?
Period! How?
Oh.
How are you?
I'm tired, bro. I had therapy today, though, which was good. I know you walked in, but I saw you weren't listening, which I loved. Thank you for not listening.
I be trying to mind my business, girl.
No, because people be rude. So, from that day, I needed to instill some strict boundaries.
Baby.
With my mama.
Yeah. Well, you should have been there.
I should have been did it. But like these boundaries are way more strict now. I'm actually reading this book. It's called My Family Can Kiss My Ass. It's over there. I showed it to you before. And one of the things that I read, my mom is not super rich. She don't have a whole lot of money at all. But when I need, like, I'll not talk to my mom, but if I need something, I'll call her and be like, Mom, I need some money. Can you give me some money? I'm not calling her for no money. I'm not calling her on a rainy day when I'm bored. I'm done. I will talk to her to check on her because she is still my mom. She's going through health issues. I'll text her once a week. I hope all is well. But she don't take me or my business serious. And I feel like that's what a lot of people need to have is like boundaries with their parents. Mm-hmm. Like that's where it starts. Because somebody said some shit to me the other day that I did not want to hear. They said to me, well, people treat you like shit because you don't got no boundaries.
Yeah, people treat you how you allow them to treat you,
girl.
And if you don't check them, they just gonna keep doing it.
No,
and at a certain point, you can't even. I mean, like your feelings are always valid, but like realistically, if you're allowing that person to do that, can you really be mad?
No, you can't, because you're allowing that. And so when it comes to my mom, it's just like I always be like, oh, I can't. You know, I can't allow, I need my mom for this or I need my mom for that. My mom is not allowed to spend a night at my house anymore. Mm-hmm. She can come and visit, but you may not sleep here. Yeah. You need to find somewhere else to sleep. Everybody's drama is not, that's sometimes people's real life.
Yeah.
And they really fucked up about it and you think it's a joke and it's a reality show and you gonna call me and all, no. So we're done with that. And I feel a lot better. I ain't gonna lie.
Good.
I feel a lot better.
I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I mean, that's how I feel in terms of my relationship with my dad. That nigga be calling and calling and calling. And I just stare at the phone. Because I don't have anything to say to you. Like, it's no reason why when I was younger, I had to tell you about yourself. Why am I a child telling you about yourself? That's why I always tell my friends, too, who have, like, issues with their child's father. Children notice.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks that you're dealing with this now. But as you get older, like, they'll put the pieces together. Like, oh, mom was tripping or dad was tripping. Like, I told my dad about him several times to the point where I'm a child making my father cry. But it's just crocodile tears. Oh, because I've told you several. Like, I'll never forget this man. So, in college, my sophomore year, that was, like, really rough for me. I've always been really good at school. It's only been 2 times in my life where I was like, damn. And that was my junior year of high school, real rough. And then my sophomore year of college, that's when I had got diagnosed with anxiety and depression, like went to the hospital and everything. And so afterwards, you know, when I had called my mom, and my mom and my brother came and they sat in the ER with me and everything. And so then like a couple of days after that, my dad just so happened to call me. So I was like, okay, like every now and then I get the urge to answer the phone, but then I realize, why did I answer the phone? Because it's the same shit every time. So, you know, he's like, how are you doing? And I'm like, I'm not really that good. Like, they diagnosed me with depression and anxiety. And his response was just like, oh, I know I had something to do with that.
Thanks.
Okay. Like, and so also before that though, getting my stories confused, but before that, my freshman year, he made this big hoopla about, oh, you're going to college, I'm gonna get you a prepaid card and send you money. I'm still waiting on that card to this day. Child. And this man, so I had a conversation with and I was just telling her about how my first semester went, you know, white girl and all that shit. And somehow the conversation then transpired into my tattoos. And I don't know if you noticed, the tattoo on my back says, be your own anchor. So, my is a Christian woman. And she had made a comment basically along the lines of like, well, God is your anchor. And I was just like, I'm not religious, I'm agnostic. So, you know, that's your opinion, not mine. And then it transpired into, well, does that come from your mom? And I was like, hold on, wait a minute, let's back it up. First of all, And I know she didn't mean it as disrespect. I'm like,
But
nobody
still.
talks about my mom that way. And I'm like, if we're going to put the blame on any parent, it's my fucking father.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not a father. I literally sat here and watched you raise another woman's kids. A woman who disrespected me at my grandfather's funeral.
And that's how it be.
And then somewhere in all of that, he found out that I had a conversation with her. So he calls me, this around like Christmas time, like, yeah, I'm coming over. I have your Christmas present, blah, blah, blah. I open the door. This man is empty fucking handed. And he's in his 50s talking about some, yeah, if you got a problem with me, you need to talk to me. Don't be talking to your mom or your... Excuse me?
Talk to whoever the fuck I want.
Who are you talking to? You are a grown-ass man sounding like a high schooler.
Who are you talking to? You have no authority. You can't even talk to me that way, man. You ain't
and
even
I'm
raised
sitting
me.
here telling him,
and
like...
you empty-handed. What the fuck you talking about?
And I was just like, at this point, I'm 18. Any real relationship between us is non-existent. Like, if you're going to continue the same pattern that you've done all these years, talk, you can step out. The door is right there. Get out of my mom's house.
Real shit.
My mom is upstairs in the bed chilling. She don't even know that this is going on. So you showed up completely unannounced, for real. And if you're just going to talk, get the fuck out of my house. I'm 18 years old. Talking to me about how you wish you were my father, you had so many opportunities. Why am I your child giving you chances? And then, I had just, because, when I was with, he wanted me to have a relationship with my dad so bad. And I hate that. Like, especially when men try to tell me to have a relationship with my dad. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But he's very family oriented. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. And we were down the street from his house. So I'm like, yeah, are you home? He's like, yeah. So we pull up. And this little boy is across the street talking about some pop, who's that? So I'm looking like, pop, who the fuck is a pop?
Who are you?
So the little boy he's looking at me disgusted. Oh, wow. So he come over here sizing me up and down, and he's like, oh, this is my daughter. The boy is confused. Daughter? He thought I was his sister. First of all, don't insult me like that, because my dad is old, and he looked like I'm cute.
That's a problem, though.
And he's just like, yeah, this is my daughter. Say hi. And the boy, like, and I can't even blame him, because he's genuinely confused. Like, this is your grandfather. I've never seen this woman. She up on my dad, like my granddad. And ever since then, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And it's been times where, I pulled up on him and he was like, I understand that I'm your biological father and whatever. And I think the main reason why I don't answer the phone anymore is because he always tries to end the conversations with I love you. And I told this to him in person. I was like, one time he has said it and I just got silent. And I was like, I can't say that because I don't know you. Mm-hmm. I don't know you enough to say I love you. Like, I love the idea of you. I have love for you because at the end of the day, you are a part of the reason why I'm on this earth. But, like, I don't love you. I don't know how to love you because I don't know who you are.
I don't know you. And even, like, doubling back to what you said earlier, and I hate to say this, but, like, women, before I say it, I always say, like, it is, if your child is in any form of danger, your child is being abused in any way, physically and emotionally, verbally, whatever, then yes, I do believe you should keep your child away from their father. But like you said, kids see, kids know. So when I hear women be like, well, I don't want him to break my child's heart. I'm trying to stop it before it happens. You can't do that.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't deserve that right. And this even boils down to, like, I notice women are definitely more, we think with our hearts and not our minds.
I think just in general, sorry to cut you off, like, even when we're talking, we say I feel a lot. And this is something that I've been talking about or thinking about. I feel. We think and move with our heart and our emotions. Yeah,
and men think logically and with their heads, and sometimes with the other head. But they think with their heads. So I always say this to people when I because I've watched. Shout out to my friend Day. I've watched her be a mom since we was kids, and even if she knows it possibly might hurt her son's feelings, she still needs him to know that. and figure that out on his own.
Yeah.
So she's never kept.
And I shout out to my mom too, because my mom doesn't care for my dad, but she's always at least encouraged. And as I've gotten older, she's like stepped back, and she has said, you know, she didn't have a relationship with her father, so that's why she really wanted us to. But she was like, I'm not gonna force you, because I see that you see he ain't shit.
Exactly. And I need for women to understand that.
Yeah.
I need for women to take your heart out of it, because if we being honest, the same way if you cheat on a man, he leaving.
Yeah.
He's not playing with you. That's it. That's like, we not even, for most men, not even some, but for most men, they not even having a conversation. Bye, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
We're good. You think he's not gonna do that with kids? You really think he's sitting there thinking, yeah, well, you know, I gotta make sure this and that. Nah, you going to your mom's house and let her see what you gonna see what it is. You gonna see what life is like, because that's what life is. You can't save your kids from everything. Some things can be avoided, yes, I agree. But some things you have to let them see. And if it's a shitty parent, if it's a shitty dad, they need to see that.
Yeah.
And now, abuse is a whole different story. That's different. But if it's abuse, you need to go ahead and get yourself a restraining order. Mm-hmm. And they're going to give it to you if it's about a kid. If a child is in danger, they will give it to you. So that's bullshit when women be, oh, I can't. That's BS. But as far as, like, if the dad is shitty to you and he regrets having a kid, or he feels the whatever way, let your child see that. Mm-hmm. And they people will. And people always talking about, well, that's why girl. I don't know why boys are never dragged into this conversation, but I'll just speak for the girls, because I'm a girl. But oh, that's why these girls be doing what they be doing, got their ass out. They ain't got no dads and da-da-da-da-da. They got daddy issues and blah, blah. Let's start with, a lot of y'all niggas got mommy issues.
Oh, for sure.
Real fucking bad. Like, because why do you think you about to come over here and I'm about to wipe your ass, clean up after you, take the trash out, pay all the bills, feed you dinner? Do you want to suck on my titty too? And not in a sexual way. Like, what do it give? But, you know, like, just because you're allowing your child to, your parents are the ones who break your heart first.
Oh, for sure.
Those are the ones who do it. So it's just like, I feel like some girls need to see that. They need to see their dad suck. Mm-hmm. They need to see that, because if they don't, then they think everything good in life, or they go searching for what they like, for what they can. Because I had that issue. Mm-hmm. I was searching for my dad, or a dad, and a lot of men. My biggest thing is security. If you could take care of me, I fuck with you.
I don't look for security.
Oh,
I think for me, with men, I do gravitate more towards the ones that don't give me attention.
Same.
Because my dad don't give me attention until he wants to.
No, okay, so when I say I like, so the men that I be in love with, like, for example, we'll call him, okay. We'll call him Timmy. We gonna call him Timmy.
Timmy Turner.
We gonna call him Timmy, because he needed some Fairly Odd Parents. We gonna call him Timmy, but I think with him, he was so mean to me. Yeah. Always ignoring me, saying mean shit to me. Well, he wasn't always ignoring me. I would ignore him, but he would blow up when I would ignore him. And he was always rude to me, mean to me, saying rude shit to me. But I loved him. Like, and the sex was crazy. So it's just like, but why do you like men like that? Growing up, my dad would walk in the house and not say one word to me.
Damn.
Nothing. He would just walk in and go. He would look me in my face like he didn't fuck with me, and go in the kitchen and do what he gotta do, go to his room. There was some days, and I remember one time, I'll never forget, I was sitting on the floor and I'm looking at him. He was like, "You're not gonna get up and give me a hug?" I was like, I don't know if he was gonna talk to me. Mm-hmm. And mind you, I'm like 7, 8 years old, 9 years old. I'm a little kid. And so I do gravitate towards men who don't give me too much attention. Yeah. But I also like men who gonna be, who gonna take care of me. Like, because my dad, if he wasn't going to do anything, if he wasn't going to speak to me, he was still going to take care of me. Yeah. He still took care of all his kids, took care of the house, took care of my mom, took care of his baby mamas, took care of his mom, took care of my mom's kids. So I felt like that's what I look for in men, which is crazy, because how you look for a man who don't give you attention, but he got to take care of you? Yeah. How did that correlate? But I think even when I was in a relationship when I was young with my baby daddy, he took care of me then the best way he could, but he did a lot of ignoring me in my relationship. Like, it was a lot of ignoring how I feel, just not talking, just overall mean sometimes. So it's just like, you go searching when your parents don't let you see shit, or your parents don't talk to you about shit. Like, my mom wasn't talking to me about why my dad was mean to me because she was dumb. So because of that, I was out here searching for a nigga to just accept me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, if you're not gonna talk to me, I'm gonna make you talk to me.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, it's corny, but not no more. You niggas could suck my dick.
But no, yeah. I'm just tired of, at the end of the day, I'm tired of men because I know I'm a good person, and I'm tired of literally, whenever I think about me in relationships, I think about, I'm going to call them my unholy trinity.
Yeah.
My unholy is those three, and the first one, it was like, I was chasing. And he was treating me like shit, wasn't giving me the time of day, none of that. And then when I finally was like, all right, kid, like, what the fuck are you really doing? That's when a switch clicked in his head and things turned around. I was like, oh my God, he loves me now. And we were together for forever fucking long. But then I just got drained because I started to realize the type of person I am, I don't got it. But when I do, if I get something in my head, like Tori, I want to go to Virginia Beach with Tori. But Tori don't got it, and I got it for both of us, Kia and Tori are going to Virginia Beach. Because I got it in my head that I want to do this with you.
Right.
And once, who and why? Who is that? Oh, it's my student. I'm going to have to call him back. Okay, it didn't affect the recording. Let me text him real quick.
Why is you sending me kisses face? Like, leave me alone. Oh my God. Fuck is it?
Yeah, so it was like, it got to a point in our relationship where you're now my child. I'm literally taking care of every aspect of you and me. And I was a fucking waitress. Going home on the weekends, like, and because of him, I am now emotionally detached in a lot of ways because I'm tired of trying to prove my point. Like, it's obvious. I'm a very thoughtful person. If I care about you, you're going to know. I bend my back for people I care about. And it just got to a point where it was just like you were taking. And I started to realize, like, you know, we're talking about having a future together. We're talking about having kids. And I got scared. I was like, I'm taking care of you, and I want 2 to 3 kids. That's 4 people I'm gonna be taking. Not even 4. Yes, 4 to 5, 6 people, depending on how many kids we have. Because I got to take care of myself. That I'm taking care of as an art teacher. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And as a teacher, like,
man, it's like the things I did just to make sure that he was good, and it was no consideration of me, and it was constantly taken. Like, so yeah, that's why I talk about him in a certain way, because then I ended up getting with you know, crazy ass, and we got into an argument because he was like, well, you be talking so much shit about so and so and all this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I get why. I'm not saying it's right that I talk about a person that way. I get why that would, you know, look funny or sound funny, but you also were not in that relationship with us, and you don't know all this shit that for 3.5 fucking years. And that's on me too. I could have left, but I didn't. But that's because I thought in the moment that was the best it was going to get. That's what I signed up for. Then I got with his crazy ass, dealt with that for 2.5 years, and he did a number on your girl. Like, when me and him finally broke up, that is probably, I would say, that depression and the depression after, you know, those are neck and neck. Yeah. Both of them very life-changing and very thankful.
For that one, but that last one was crazy.
Oh, crazy ass. I lost 40 pounds. Thanks, baby.
Jesus.
I was almost 200 pounds. I looked like I ate myself. I was up there. And because we worked together, so I would go to work. And the thing that just, it was mind games to the fullest. Like, we would be at work, This man was so cold to me. Would not acknowledge me. Did not give me the time of day. And it's like, I can separate business and personal issues. We work together. We are here to get money, especially as a server. Your food is sitting up here. I'm not just going to let it sit there. I'm going to bring it to your guests so that your guests aren't complaining. You know, so I go to pick up his food. You don't want to talk to me all day. You see I got your table's food in my hand. You want to snatch it out my hand?
That was spiteful.
Like, what?
That was
and
spiteful.
Then, when we get off work, you on my phone, you know, it's just so hard for me to talk to you at work. I'm still processing, but you know I got love for you. Da-da-da. Completely different person at work, like, crazy. And then this one, I mean, you already know how that went. And by this one really hurt because, like I said, I've been through a lot of shit, but I still be trying to do right by people. And I'm not perfect at all. I have my flaws in a lot of ways.
Is. But we move with intention.
But I move with intention. And I let you know what everything was up front. This is how I'm feeling. This is why I feel this way. This is why I move this way. I was extremely vulnerable with you. You sat in my face and was just like, oh my God, I can't believe niggas out here wilding like that. Like, you deserve this, you deserve that. Why people treat you like that?
And also begged you.
And begged me.
Was begging.
To show your ass like that?
But see, this is my issue with that. My issue with that in particular situation was just that, like, we always telling you, let him take care of you, let him be a man,
and that's not what I like to do.
You were the one who was hesitant. You was like, I don't know, I really don't want to, I don't think it's a good idea, but we were all saying, including me, I think I was the main one, like, can you just let him take care of you, let him be a man, you know, like, why don't you, it's time for you to actually be a woman, you do for people, blah 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 blah. But then you started finally letting your guard down. I remember you started letting your guard down, and you were ready to pursue your dreams. But even still, when I'm saying to you, don't, like, you need to let him be a man, you need to be a woman, you like, well, I want to do this with myself, so I'm gonna get this job, and I'm gonna make this money, and I'm gonna help out. So still, like, it's still not all on him.
Yeah, it was like, that was very hard for me. The whole situation.
It was.
But I was just talking to my mom about this the other day. As hard as that was,
I think you needed to go through that.
I did. I'm a firm believer in every fucking thing happens for a reason. And so that's why I really try to take the lesson out of it. And I told her that lesson for me was to listen to my fucking self.
Yes.
To listen to my fucking self. Because when I quit my job teaching, I said, I'm going to stay in my house. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I need to do. Bend my back backwards, but I can do it because I've always done it. Is that a way to live? No, but I know how to survive that way. Mm-hmm. And everything that I said I was going to do, I am now doing.
Exactly.
And I let everyone else's fears and concerns for me cloud my judgment and then make me scared and made me feel like I needed to do something that I wasn't comfortable with.
But see, even with you moving with him and being with him and trying to be a different woman with him, you still weren't giving up your dreams.
Oh yeah.
You still weren't giving those up. You still was trying to be, you know, do the things that you are doing now. But I think with him, I was more frustrated, and that's why I would never like him. I would never talk to him. I would never be cool with him. We could never, I don't even want to be cordial and say hi, because it's just like, bro, it was, first of all, he was a liar. And then second of all, it was a very much of a control and manipulation thing that I didn't see it from jump.
Well, I put that on me, because going back to, like I said, like, I reached a point in the relationship where I realized things were not what they were painted to be. And at that point, like I said, I have friends randomly like, oh my God, I can, if I still had the messages, I'm not going to sit here and go through them. But I had so many friends randomly. I haven't talked to you in days, maybe even weeks, reach out to me. I'm so happy that you were so are together. Like,
I remember that was one of those people.
It's like, this. I'm so happy for you. Like, you finally got what you deserve, all this stuff. And so once I saw him for who he was, I was like, well, damn, everybody thinks this is good for me. I thought this was good for me at one point. Like, and I really started to think to myself, like, moving with men, just in general, you gotta pick and choose your battles. All niggas ain't shit, but you gotta figure out what you're willing to deal with. So I settled.
Yeah.
And I was having this conversation with Javon the other day. We high as shit. And I had said he had like a Christmas party, and I had went, but then I left early because I was like, oh, I gotta go play stepmommy or whatever. And I had brought that up, and then I said to myself, I was like, damn, but I ain't have to. I looked up, and he was just nodding like, you ain't have to.
You ain't have to
do that.
And this,
but I felt like I did.
But it's okay. And this is speaking as a mom. And this is gonna sound selfish to the world. I have been with a nigga that's had kids, and let me tell you, I ain't do nothing for them kids, because those are not my kids. They have active moms, right?
Yeah.
So I never feel obligated to take care of nobody's kids, because I never want anybody to feel obligated to take care of my son. Now, not everybody feels like that. Mm-hmm. Some people feel differently. They feel like, well, I'm with this man, I love his kid. And I'm not saying I didn't love his kids, but it also is very different for me and you, because it wasn't that serious for me.
Yeah.
We was just doing what we was doing. But he chose to bring his kids around me. Mm. So when he would be out, when he would leave, I'd be like, you taking these with you?
Not taking these with you.
Cause what you doing? Your mama in that back room. You forgot something, baby. Because women are a little bit different. Men, when they see that you gonna do it,
oh yeah,
they get comfortable.
Oh yeah. So the
and I don't
thing
like that.
With that, I brought up the stepmommy comment because it was like I did a lot of things in that relationship that I didn't have to, but I felt like I did. But in terms of just like dating people with kids, I really wish
ain't for the week.
It ain't for the week, not at all. But I wish people would just stop bringing people around their kids. Like, cause I even told, like, as a person, I love kids, but that was another situation where I was like, I don't want to be around just yet.
Yeah.
Because
I
don't think it's appropriate.
Too.
I don't think it's appropriate. I think I should meet the mother. I think, you just can't be bringing nobody around your kids like that. And I hate that people do that. But it was him wanting to play house.
But that, and also you have a good heart. I know you, and
I'm not going to shut nobody's kids out.
You're not going to hurt. I love kids too. I do. I love kids a lot. I used to be a teacher. I used to be a preschool teacher. That ain't easy.
Oof, baby.
That ain't easy.
The little ones.
But
I love them though.
I love kids because kids are innocent and pure. But I know what I'm going to tolerate and what I'm not going to tolerate. And like I said, dealing with somebody that got kids is not for the weak. And like you said, people need to stop bringing it. Men more so want to play house. Men want a woman to be a woman, because men don't want to do the stuff that a woman has to do.
Say it again.
They don't.
They
don't want to come home from work. This is me keeping it a stack, because I've heard my boyfriend has told me this himself. I don't want to come home from work and cook and do homework, and I want to come home, I'm tired. Yeah. I want to relax. That's why he pay all the bills. But that's neither here nor there. Men want when they get a girl that's willing to do, because you're not my first friend to deal with some shit like that. They want a woman to come and bathe the baby, feed the baby, put the baby to bed. But God forbid, I'm not saying you did this because you would never, but like, you're not allowed to discipline that child, or you're not allowed to make mistakes, because that's their kid.
Oh, girl, did I tell you? I know I told you about the shit.
Oh,
he had said, child.
Yeah.
And that was literally the day I was moving in.
Mm-hmm.
And he really fixed his mouth to say,
kid, what is that?
Girl, this is the air vibe that I got from Balesa Boutique.
Really?
Yes.
So you decide to use it while we on the phone?
I mean, hey, you like to spice some shit up.
Let me see.
If you want to get you one of these, go ahead to bboutique.co and enter code BB2S1P for 20% off your order.
Hurry, because it sounds amazing.
And girl, is it? I knew at that point, I was like, why did I do this? I had to call Dixie, and I was like, yo, please talk me down off this cliff, because everybody
I'll
about
leave.
to.
I'll go back. I'll leave. I'll go back to what I had. Don't play with me. I'll figure it out.
So I should have known.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, men want that, but they still want that power, that control.
And when I got home, tried to act like nothing, like was genuinely confused that I was not speaking to him.
But why you confused? Think about why you confused. But that's why I don't have any desires, and people will call me a hypocrite because I do have a kid. That you know why you don't want to date men with kids? It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot. And
if
also,
I date another man with a kid, first off, you gotta have that baby mama shit corrected.
And I need to meet her.
Yes,
I need to meet her. See, I feel like relationships would have never worked with me and my son, because no, you can't. First of all, my son will be quick to tell you, I'll call my fucking father. Stop fucking playing with me. Who you trying to talk to and discipline? Who you telling go in their room? You go in your room, bitch. Matter of fact, this is my mama's house. Get out. Like, my son not one of them.
He would.
My son is not one of them. But it wouldn't work because you then want me to take care of your kids. Like, no.
Yeah. I'm
not willing to do that. And I'm woman enough to say that. I'm not, and I never been willing to take care of anybody's kids.
Yeah.
Unless, God forbid, I would never wish this on anybody, but I'll date a nigga with kids and take care of his kids if they ain't got no mama. The mama in jail, the mama dead.
That's why I said you gotta have that baby mama shit in check.
Yeah.
And if that means she not on this earth, I'm sorry to her.
But I'll take care of the kids.
But I'll help take care.
I'll take care of the kids. But also, it's like, if you and your baby mama got a bad relationship, I don't want to deal with that either. Like, if y'all off and on, up and down, I don't want to deal with that either, because first thing out her mouth, tell the bitch, first of all, bitch, I ain't even do nothing to you. I didn't do anything to you.
Oh.
So why is you on my, like, and the nigga I was dealing with, I didn't really have too many problems with his baby mamas, ever, really. His daughter was very much like Deshaun. Yeah. Okay. His daughter was very much like Deshaun, where don't talk to her. She'll come show me something here and there, but don't talk to her. She got a mommy.
Yeah.
The other one, she was very quiet. She would play with me, but she was quiet. The son, though, he was little when I used to be around. He was a baby and then like going into like toddler, but he was the one. Like, you not taking this one with you? Because he wants to pretend like you his mom, and he wants you to lay with him and feed him. I'm not doing it. Like, of course, like, if I'm eating and, you know, a kid say I'm hungry, I'm not about to be like, no, wait for your dad. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. But, come get it.
Stop calling them it's.
And these, those, come get it. Like, I'm cool if we all together.
Yeah.
We all together. You right there. So can't nobody say, oh, that she did this to me. No, she didn't. But I also don't want nobody taking care of my kid. Yeah. I don't, like, you know, if I never leave my child with nobody. I'm too scared. I hear too many stories.
I'm rightfully so.
I hear too many stories.
The world is a crazy place.
Girls
people
have
are fucking insane.
That molest their sons and beat their sons and kill their kids. The girls will have whole babies with the nigga, and they will kill the baby that belonged to the other nigga.
I remember you telling me that.
No, I'm good. I'm very. If I was in a relationship with another man, I'm very much okay. Well, my son's father can't keep him. I can't go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, no, my mom could. No, your mom can't. Fuck her. Anyway.
Girl, tell me why. Okay, so, you know, ever since I cut my thumb off, I cannot roll a J for the life of me.
I always was wondering why you use combs.
Yeah, because I be trying.
Katie don't use combs.
Katie don't. First of all, hold on. Because when we was in Jamaica, we met these two old heads, right? One of them, because Katie's birthday is January 10th. Shout out to my Capricorns. I have an obscene amount of Capricorns in my life. It's crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But and that y'all be hitting me hard. Because January 10th is Katie. Then the 11th is you and Chris. Then the 13th is Katie. Annie and my friend Hallie. And then somebody else some other date. Meek. Her birthday is the beginning of January. It's just too much. It's too much.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just want y'all to know I don't have a lot of Capricorn friends. Katie is the only exception because I'm not sharing my birthday. Proceed. I'm not.
Both of y'all. That's why I love y'all.
I'm not. It's about me. That whole week.
So hold on, because before I finish my my nut ass J story. So when I was with Dixie and Katie the other day, and I was like, yeah, like I just want y'all to know, and I told my mom this too. I was like, is there anything that you don't necessarily want me to talk about, because me and Tori Chanel are starting this podcast, and you know, I just want to respect boundaries. And Katie was like, what you talking about? You talking about how my pussy fat, right? I said, oh my God, we are at a child's birthday. She's like, this pussy fat. You need to tell him this pussy fat. Come get this pussy. I'm like, oh my
fat.
God. Katie.
It is thick.
Katie has a fat pussy. There's your shout out.
It's a little thick down there. And when I say little, I mean it's a lot thick. Like, Katie got a coochie.
I love her.
I love Katie.
That's
I told you, I sent you a picture the other day.
Oh, yeah, I showed her. She was like, I see it. I love it.
Katie, nothing was the same.
Nothing. But yeah, so ever since I cut my thumb off, I cannot roll the J to save my life. Oh, first story, Jamaica. It was 2 dudes out there who were also celebrating their birthday, and they was like old heads. I'm talking like 40.
Ew.
They met each other when they was in jail. It was crazy. But we decided to all like roll our shit and have a session. They rolled these tiny little things, but Katie be rolling pregnant bitches.
She be rolling. No, Katie rolls hands, not even fingers. She roll a hand.
Her J's be fat as shit.
That's
and
why
they
were
scared of the J.
When she passed it to me, I'll be like, because I'll go to sleep. Y'all be mad.
They was, and you know she do the funnel, so they was choking. They was, they was on the beach about to have a stroke.
That's why they asses shouldn't have been smoking.
For real. So yeah, that's why I pack cones. And so the other day, I don't have cones right now. I don't have cones. And I've been hitting the bowl, and I'm just like, I don't know, every time I hit the bowl, it be giving like slight crackhead energy.
No, it doesn't.
Well, the way
No,
I've
it
been,
doesn't.
no, only because the way I've been hitting it. It's been on some wild shit.
No, it's not. Like,
so I was like, okay, I had accidentally bought the wrong papers for Katie once. She's like, I don't want this shit. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. I'll keep it in my like emergencies. Child, I rolled the J. It cracked. It ripped. Instead of trying to roll another one, I was like, fuck it. So I rolled it in another sheet of paper.
Okay.
And ripped again. I rolled it in another sheet of paper. Let me show you.
No.
When that bitch started burning, that was a nut ass.
I just want people to know, like, using a bowl is not crackhead. It just make you a little nauseous.
It don't even do. It's not even that. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, that be happening to me all the time.
I mean, that happens in general, but I really think it was because of the, like, why would I roll it 3 times? Can you just, at this point, just put it in a fucking bowl. Like, go to sleep. That's what you need to do.
Let it go. No, one
Sit
thing
down
about
and think
kids,
about
she
your
gonna
life.
find a way.
Hello?
She gonna find
I'm going to.
But see, y'all, I just can't roll. Like, I be rolling J's, but like I roll like a bitch. Like, I don't even roll. Cause listen, right, when I was a heavy smoker, my nigga was rolling it. I don't gotta roll it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I'm a heavy smoker now. I be smoking. I was low key on the way here. I was like, damn, I ain't even smoked today. That's crazy.
You smoke in the morning.
Now I do. That's the transformation, because if you had told younger Kia, particularly like high school, even college, that I smoke the way I do now, absolutely not. I would have been willing to bet my whole future salary that's not happening. Like, I used to date drug dealers, and I'd be mad that you was selling weed. Like, what are you doing? Get your life together. I can't be out here teaching the youth and you dealing the drugs to the youth.
Yes,
Make it make sense. I mean, you can, but should I? No.
Yes. How else we gonna deal with the kids?
I mean, so then it was like in 2019 is when I started buying weed for myself. But even then, it was a social smoking thing. Like, I would roll up before we went to Looney's, or before we went to Mana, or before we went to Ultra Bar. Because, you know, I was going out every weekend, like every night, every weekend. Then the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
And the idea of smoking by myself was still just like, nah, that's not me. But I'm in the house by myself, and at the time I was, one of my very close friends, he smokes a lot, and I was hanging out with him. And so it kind of like, I guess I would say I picked up the idea of it just like in the house chilling. not necessarily, oh, I'm going out to like burn calories or whatever the fuck, I don't know. So then the idea of being just smoking just to chill became more common, and then I'm in the house by myself, and I'm like, smoking by myself is actually cool. It's a chill vibe. Like, I prefer it. My weed lasts longer. I love that for me. And then ever since the breakup, and I've been hanging out with Katie a lot, and Katie be smoking. Katie roll my weed. I need to roll my weed. Like, one thing Katie gonna do, she gonna roll that fucking weed. She gonna roll that fucking
anywhere weed. And everywhere.
Anywhere and everywhere.
Katie,
first thing I
pull
heard
it out.
But I love
Katie,
it.
What
I
you
love
doing?
it.
Oh, I'm about to smoke.
Can we smoke it here? Like, can I roll my weed in here as she's doing it?
As she's
doing
it.
it.
To ask Katie. She'll ask if she can smoke, but she's
and so like I guess hanging out with her is just more common. And like now when I start my days, like I get up, I'm still not a functioning high. So I don't like smoke before I go to work, but I get up so early now that it's like, okay, I'll get up, I'll hit my J while my tea is brewing, I'll make my little teacup, I'll do my meditation, I'll stretch, like, and if I have, depending on what day of the week it is, do I have to go into the office or is it like a work from home day? So I just kind of, and honestly, like, it just helps relax me and focus in. I do it a lot before I do like artwork and stuff. So yeah,
it ain't like that for me.
I used to that was the reason I'm more functioning creatively now, because when I was younger, that was the thing. I would smoke and get stuck, and I'm just like, I don't know how people do this.
I never smoke. I've never been a smoke and get stuck, but I was definitely like, especially before I had Deshaun, I was a fucking pothead. Okay?
Wow.
I was it's crazy that you don't know, because it started, I think, at Roosevelt. Because I was in 9th grade.
Well, we didn't really, I mean, realistically, but
I'm surprised, like, didn't say it. Because I used to get in trouble. Like, wow. I used to always have weed, because my brothers or my guy friends, they would tell me hold their weed, like, bro, I'm gonna smoke this. Fuck you talking about? Fuck you. But I smoked a lot, and I was always, so I never had to like get high to eat, but like I would wait, like I would be like,
I don't have to smoke to eat, but if I know I'm about to eat, I'm like, hold on, let me go. Let me hit this low.
and I'll crush, and it's crazy because now I have food aversions. Like, I'll get high and I don't want to eat. Really? No, not at all. I don't even want to drink.
Favorite. Oh, the audio probably sounds crazy right now. But my favorite high meal, and honestly, this is something like, it's gross. I can't let nobody see me eat that because I be on demon time fucking up this plate. But Spring Hill Lake Carryout, I mean, that's what I grew up on. Baby, I get the wings, the shrimp fried rice, extra egg. Don't put no vegetables in my shit, because if I eat a bean sprout, I'm going to be mad. And this plate is flying back in your face, because why would you disrespect me like that? And the chicken and broccoli. I'm saying, put it right there every time. That's why I haven't had it in so long, because whenever I buy carry out, I'm dropping $30-$40 just for myself. Yeah. And I be like, chicken wings, cleaning the bone, and I need it all in one bite.
That's the Maryland in us. That's the DM in us, not B. The DM in us. Oh yeah. Because, bitch, don't put no carry out. Devon, when we used to live at his mom's house, I gotta take you one day. Okay. I have to. It's around the corner. It's this carry out. When I tell you this mumbo sauce is, ain't no mumbo sauce I ever tasted like that in my fucking life. I'll go eat some chicken there. I remember me and Devon, we used to be broke, and we used to visit his mom's house. That used to be our getaway, and we went over there. No, for real. That used to, because we couldn't afford a hotel. Okay. And she's never there. Like, she worked a lot, so, and his room was in the basement.
Oh, so yeah, makes sense.
It was really no running into her. And we could have sex and do whatever we want. So, nobody's going to bother us. So, one day, he was like, well, I want to get you something to eat. And what do you want? And I was like, I don't know. I just want some carry out. He was like, I got it, please. So, he come back. He got my whole meal. He got me some chicken, I think he got himself fries, and I just ate from his fries. But I got me rice. And we got high. And girl, he was like, pour the mumbo sauce all over the chicken and the rice. I said, no, I don't like doing that. I like to dip it. I don't
like mumbo sauce.
No, you gotta try. You gotta try this because I didn't like mumbo sauce either. But it's out here. The closer you get to DC, the better the mumbo sauce get. You gotta try, girl. One day we gonna go on a date and go there. Hopefully they still there. And I'll never forget. I was high as shit, so I just dipped my finger in it, and I was like. He was like, yeah, don't it? I was like, it was so good. It was so good. But yeah, smoking for me has gotten taboo. Like after I had Deshaun, I'll never forget the boys brought Hennessy and weed over and got me high as hell. And
sounds dangerous.
I had so much anxiety. Oh my God. I thought somebody was going to kick in the door and wave in the 4-4. I swear to God, I was so fucking scared. And then after that, ever since, I just can't really get super high. Yeah. Like, when I've had smoking, like, when me and, when I was, like, by myself for a while, and I had Deshaun less, was splitting up the times, I started smoking a little bit more, and I realized that, like, I just can't smoke with him. Like, so I don't smoke in the day. Like, after I drop him off from school, I'll drink tea, but I'll never smoke unless it's after he's in bed, sound asleep, comfortable. Yeah. I'll be because it's too much. Excuse me. I have too much anxiety. Yeah. I think somebody gonna come get me. Somebody gonna take my kid.
There's been a couple of times, twice in particular, that I can think of where it's like I had to take a massive break from smoking because I was having panic attacks whenever I would get high. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was a few times in college, and then once I was dating him, I had started to notice it, and I was like, but he was selling, so it was like I only ever smoked with him because it was free. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I just need to stop smoking with him. And then I had went out with Dixie and some friends one night, and we smoked, and it happened again. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take a break. So then I had stopped smoking for probably like 2-3 years before I had started smoking again.
Yeah.
But now I be like, oh, you hitting weed? I'm right there. Save me a puff.
Even the pandemic was bad, though, because like with the pandemic, when the protest and the looting was going on.
That was another time I had to take a break.
I had to stop because the weed was shaking me up. I'll never forget, I called crying. Yeah. Because I was scared. I was so scared. And then when I took a break, I was like, I mean, I had every right to be scared, yes. But like, after I took a break, I was like, I did not need to do all that crying. Yeah. Like, I couldn't meditate or anything because I was hearing, and I was close to DC.
Yeah. So that was a very scary time.
That was a rough time.
That was like, you saying the crying thing, it was like, around the Breonna Taylor. Like, Breonna Taylor really fucked me up.
That nicked me
and
up.
I had just came back home from Georgia visiting some friends, and I was in my house polling. I record. So I was recording on my laptop, and I had sat down to watch the video. And where my poll is in my house, you see my front door. Mm-hmm. And so I'm watching the recording, and I couldn't even pay attention to myself. I was dead set on that door, and you could not tell me that in that video police wasn't about to just bust through my door and fucking kill me. Even though I literally just stopped polling, that did not happen. Mm-hmm. I was terrified watching that video, and I had to call my mom. And then at the same time, I think like after I had saw that, because I had to stop, I was like, why do I feel this way? Get on Instagram, and I see these fucking white bitches mocking George Floyd being fucking choked to death, thinking that's funny. Like, what? And I couldn't handle it. Mm-hmm. And I called my mom breaking down.
With the Breonna Taylor thing, it was scary when it went down, for sure. Like, I didn't like that, especially like that was around the time when me and my baby daddy was going through it, and it was just like, I wasn't really fucking with him. And I didn't really want to be in his space. Yeah. I actually ended up leaving and going to my godmother's house and staying with her because it's a house with an alarm system, and it's a good neighborhood.
Was that in New York?
She lives in Catonsville.
Okay.
But what was scaring me more so at the time, I think what had scared me was one, the George Floyd thing, because it was just everywhere. Like, seeing that man die on the internet was scary.
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy because back in the days, like, it used to be hard to find get shit like that. Like, that was exclusive shit. Now it's just in your face.
Yeah.
I can't, when I hear about somebody dying, I had to take Deshaun off the internet. I had to take him off YouTube and all that when Takeoff died, because it was just going around.
I never saw that, thankfully. But that's why Quavo will never be the same. Yeah.
That shit, I seen it, and that shit, I broke down. I was like, oh my, like, not even like, oh, like, I know him. Like, that shit is just hard to watch. And I didn't see PNB Rock, but Devon was telling me about it, and he said it was bad. Like, he was like, you saw, like, as soon as he died.
Damn.
And it's crazy how the internet is so desensitized. And it's like, you know, like, I've never seen a dead body growing up ever, but like Devon always say shit to me like he stuff like that don't bother me because he grew up in the hood. He's seen a dead body. He's seen the police. Like, the shit that hurt, like, scares and hurt us, it don't scare or hurt Devon. It upsets him, but it don't hurt him, and it doesn't scare him because he's seen kids get their ass beat by the police. He's seen adults get their ass beat by the police. He's seen a dead body. He's seen the shit because he grew up in the hood. So when I get like this, he don't really understand. But you know, I always go and do my deep dive researches and shit. And the shit with Breonna Taylor is so extensive. It's so crazy, regardless of the fact though that woman did not deserve to die.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't care what I researched. Between Sandra Bland was really fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Between all of that, to this day, because they are taking white people in custody, taking them to Burger King, letting them go,
giving them water,
talking them down.
my these boys be fucking fully equipped with military grade weapons.
But that's why it's important for us as black women, and you may disagree with me because I know how you feel about guns. But Deshaun is going to the gun range at 10. We're taking him to learn how to shoot. You want to know why? Because these white children, they know how to shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Their parents taught them. Their parents are taking them out shooting deer, squirrel, and birds for nothing. They're teaching them this, and that's why I mean,
that's how the teacher got shot.
That's what I'm saying. And then also, it's like, you know, every day I get up, I'm scared to death. I don't want Deshaun in school. Yeah. I'm scared to death to take him to school because, God forbid, these schools get shot up, and these white kids, every day it's becoming more and more random, the schools they're picking. They're not even going back to the schools that they got fucked up at. Yeah. They're going to random schools. So it's like, I'm prepared to have to run past the police because you're not talking these white people down and they done already shot my kid. Yeah. I want my kid now because it's so scary. Like, the things that go on in the world every day, it's a gamble. I'm petrified to get pulled over.
Baby.
I listen.
That was like when my license plate got stolen. I was in the house.
Yeah, I'm not coming out.
Nothing is important to me right now. We could see each other another day.
And I don't even mess with them. I am very much someone who, I don't get smart with the police. I used to when I was a teenager because, like, what the fuck are you going to do to me? Yeah. But that was my mindset before I seen real life. Yeah. I don't get smart with the police. I don't talk to them. But it's sad to be that way. It's sad. Deshaun, when we outside, Deshaun loved to play with his Nerf guns and shit like that. You're not allowed to take those out the house.
Oh yeah, that's why, like, when I'm driving, I keep my registration in my visor, and my ID is behind my phone. So when I get pulled over, those are the first two things I grab, and my hands are on that steering wheel, and that window's already rolled down. By the time you worry about because it's not about to be I thought she was grabbing. No, the fuck I wasn't. Everything you need is right here. Here.
I don't play about stuff like that. It's so scary. Just the color of our skin intimidate these people so bad that they gotta take our lives. Yes. These little kids.
And that was like, this one time I was driving home and I got pulled over in New York, and I was in a rental car. And at that moment I was petrified, and I started like beating myself up over it because I was like, I didn't think to know where the registration is in his car. And so when that cop pulled up, I was literally like, I'm so sorry, this is a rental car, I don't know where it is, like freaking out. And it's like, why is that my response? Because I'm genuinely terrified that this man is going to shoot me right now. Hell and I'm in fucking New York. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's scary, and it's not anything to joke about. And I always tell Deshaun that, like, I know we listen to these songs and they saying fuck 12 and fuck this and fuck that, but if they tell you do something, just do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Get on your knees, put your hands up, just do it. Because
but I still fuck 12. But
it's always.
But I'm a listen. I'm a listen.
But you know what? I'm always against. I'm always against the system. I'm always.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And I don't play about it. People always used to say, like, for no reason, because my baby daddy is not a bad father, but people used to be like, oh, you need to. I went to talk to a lawyer about custody. I wanted us to get joint custody.
Yeah.
That's when I realized it really is fuck the system. Because even down to that, I was like, I don't need money from him. He takes care of him financially. I just want joint custody just to keep us safe.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about moving out of the state. And he was like, no, you need to be getting money from him. You need to be getting money. But that's not what I want. And that's why I said it's fuck the system, because the system, the medical field is against black women.
Mm-hmm.
But the system is fuck black niggas.
Yeah.
It's fuck niggas. So it's just like, I don't ever stand in the way of nobody. Like, if you got child support, if you got a restraining order, if you got vaccinated, whatever, it's fuck it for me.
Yeah.
It never has anything to do with anybody else, but it's for many reasons, because it's never been in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only and a lot of times people only use it to benefit them. Like, I never say to Deshaun, in an emergency you call the police. In an emergency on his phone, I think it's your number, Janae's number, Devon, because I know for a fact you will always answer.
Yeah.
So it's your number, Devon, Janaea, and my sister. And they have like the emergency contact. Yep.
Yeah.
So I say, if an emergency, I know in school they teach you 911.
I also need Deshaun's number. I don't have it.
You don't have a number, you can email.
Okay. Well, either way,
I'll give it to you. I always tell him, you make sure you call one of these numbers. Don't ever call 911.
Yeah.
Don't ever, because I don't know what these people gonna bust in here and do. They might kill you. They might kill mommy. They might kill your father. It's so sad.
It's sad we have to think that
But let's talk about our whole phase.
Okay.